everybody, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week of June 2012. Before I get started, I want to say a couple things. Yeah, about 29 years ago on this very day, the world was introduced to greatness. The greatest goblin that ever lived had arrived. Yeah, 29. God, I'm getting old. And another thing I want to say is about 2 years ago, around this very day, it's when my lovely girlfriend Jennifer and I started dating. And it has been a wonderful 2 years, and baby, I know you're watching this video, we are just getting started. And later, here in the next couple of days, I'm going to take my girlfriend for a day out on the town, just me and her. And I want us to jam in the car with some Darkwing Duck. Oh yeah, Darkwing Duck on audio cassette. I am old. Okay. Alright, enough about that. Let's get on to the comic books, shall we? We're going to start things off with Batwoman, number 10. I'm going to start with DC and end with Marvel. Start with Batwoman, number 10 here. Williams and Blackman are the writers, and we got McCarthy on artwork. The artwork, for the most part, is very, very good. It's not the best in the world, but, you know, it's very, very enjoyable. I liked it. The story so far, the continuation of this whole to drown the world thing, the storytelling, it's okay, but what's really hurting, and it's still hurting this series, is the non-linear style of storytelling. I don't know why DC thought this was a good idea for one of their most popular characters for this new 52 lineup. I don't know what they were thinking, because in my opinion, it is a horrible idea to have the story start where it is now, then cut back to like 18 hours ago, then cut back to 8 hours ago, then cut back to 23 hours ago, and then come back to now. I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me. It's just, the best part of the book was the scene involving Flamebird on her hospital bed with Batwoman's father, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I see in issue 9 Flamebird's heart monitor going beep? I believe that's what I saw. I could be wrong, but we're back to a moment in time where she's still alive, because I could have swore she died. I don't know. But I swear to God, if DC has her just miraculously wake up, I'm gonna fucking puke. But you know, overall, the storytelling, it's nice for what it's worth. But oh my God, the non-linear style storytelling is just hurting it so bad. It's making reading the book seem very tedious, very, very tedious. I'm like, I want to read a comic book for fun. I don't want to read a comic book to make it feel like it's a chore because I got to keep up with every time interval that's being jumped around from place to place to place to place. It's not fun reading a book like that. At least it's not fun for me. And I have read other reviews on the internet from other people. I've watched other people's reviews, and generally we have the same opinion for the most part. And I've even seen people comment saying they're dropping the series because of the non-linear storytelling. And I'm gonna stick with Batwoman because I love the character, but I gotta say, once this particular story arc is done and we move to the next one, I want DC and J.H. Williams III to go back to a fully functional linear storytelling, because if they don't, if they don't do that, then I can't promise I'll stick with this series, because DC, I'm begging you, you can do so much better stuff with Batwoman if you just tell the story in the traditional manner. That's all I'm saying. It was good for the most part, but God damn it, it could have been better. Moving along. Birds of Prey, number 10. Toxic Warfare. We still got Dwayne Swarzynski writing it, and we got Travel Foreman on the artwork. Now, Travel Foreman's artwork, it doesn't look that much different than Jesus Sai. It doesn't really look that different, but in this case, I kinda liked Sai's artwork a little bit better, because he's got the way the facial features of some of the characters at times, it makes them look really cartoony and a little bit older than I think that they should be. There was a couple of times where I thought, wait a minute, what is Dinah now, 40? Whatever. But the storytelling overall is still pretty good. I love the dialogue, especially from Starling. Starling! Her name's Eve Crawford, no relation. But, oh my god, I can't get enough of this woman. She is such an awesome, badass character. I love her dialogue. She can kick ass, and she can be a wise ass. I love that. It is so well done. She is no doubt my favorite character in this series. Even though this series features my Ivy. My sweet, wonderful, toxic Ivy. Yes, Poison Ivy is my favorite female villain of all time. Why? Because she'll kill me if I don't. She'll kill me if I don't love her. But, yeah. Not really much to say about the pacing. It's going in the right direction. I like where it's going. Sort of an interesting cliffhanger at the end with Ivy dealing with these toxic mutants. She's like, oh, I know all about them. I'll explain it to you later. And that's where the book ends. Very, very well paced. Love it. Love the dialogue. The chemistry between the characters is very well done. The only thing, if I had to nitpick, I'd have to say Batgirl could be written a little bit better. I guess I'm just a little spoiled rotten on Gail Simone writing Batgirl. Compared to Dwayne Swarzynski, I mean, Gail Simone's clearly got it. Gail Simone's clearly got it better at Batgirl than Dwayne does. But for the most part, it's still a very fun series. I still recommend you pick it up. I enjoyed it. It was a good read. Alright, moving along. Green Lantern Corps number 10. Guilty. Wow, Peter Tomasi, you are still rolling the dice with this series. And I commend you for it. You got guts. I'll give you that. I'm starting to see why a lot of hardcore Jon Stewart fans are hating this series, because it's like, God, Jon has been putting up with so much shit here lately. Just so much shit. The artwork in here from Fernando Pesarian is very good. But yeah, it's like he's been found guilty of murder. But, you know, at the same time, I can understand Jon's argument. He had to kill that Green Lantern to keep information from getting leaked out. And, you know, I don't know. Would you do the same thing if you were a prisoner of war and one of your fellow soldiers was about to give out some very vital information, and if you were in that kind of situation, would you do the same thing? I don't know. I can't say that I would, and then again, I can't say that I wouldn't. I don't know, but that's where the storytelling works. Stewart was in a dilemma where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very well represented in here. The Alpha Corps and the Green Lantern Corps are the Guardians, the dicks that they are arguing about how they should execute Jon Stewart. And Guy Gardner, he's had enough, saying, look, if you want to kill this guy so bad, you pull the goddamn trigger yourself. And I'm like, yeah. But I'm not going to, now as far as the ending goes, I'm not going to give anything away. Just get this book and read it. And if you're still on board, if you're still loving the series, then that's fine. If you don't like it, I can understand why. Jon Stewart, you're a hell of a man. You're a hell of a Green Lantern. And I kind of pity you, even though you're fictional, because you're putting up with so much shit, and it's just I can't get enough of this. This is really good. Not the best. It's not my favorite Green Lantern title, but man, it still got me interesting. It still got me intrigued. I'm liking it. Okay, we're gonna end DC with this. Red Hood and the Outlaws number 10. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you already know what I said about this. Wow. Starfire takes command. Those 3 words pretty much sum up the entire issue. I'm not joking. Wow. Let me get this. Let me see if I can get this right. Okay, Corey and Arsenal are apparently dating now. Like, I give a shit. And you got Jason with a blind date or a one-night stand, apparently, or something like that. Something goes wrong with the Tamaranian people, and they need Corey's help, and she accepts, and that's pretty much it. That's it. And then we get a second story, which shortens the main story, which pisses me off. We get a second short story about Essence, and I didn't give a damn about it. I just thumbed through it, and I just went, I didn't care. I can safely say I have read the first 10 issues of this series, and I can say without a doubt in my mind, this is the absolute worst issue of the series. This incredibly disappointed me on an incredibly huge level. You know, with Starfire of all people on the damn cover, I'm expecting goodness, and then I read this and I'm like, what in the fucking hell is this? Scott Lobdell, DC Comics, y'all can do better than this. I am really disappointed in both of you. This was just lame. It wasn't god-awful, but it was just lame. It did nothing for me. It was an average read at best. The only saving grace this book had was the cliffhanger at the end of the if you want to call it a cliffhanger, it's even a lame-ass cliffhanger, says next issue we're going to get Blackfire. I'm like, fuck yes! Now, I'm ready to see Blackfire, but the delivery of this issue was very disappointing, very boring, very forgettable. Don't care for it at all. This is, without a doubt, the absolute worst issue of Red Hood and the Outlaws. I would only recommend this to anybody who's got this on their pull list and they're not giving up on it. Otherwise, fucking skip it. Alright, we're going to go to Marvel now. We're going to start off with Astonishing X-Men 51. Y'all should have known I was going to get this. I wanted to see what all the hoopla was about. I was curious. I wanted to see how the story was going to be told. And I've been hearing from so many people. My student has even told me that Marjorie Liu has done such a great job with this series. And I would have gotten like issues 49 and 50, but, you know, money's getting really tight. It's hard for me to get the books on my pull list as it is. But you know what? I read this and I liked it. Very, very well done. It's not incredibly action-packed. The beginning of the book, I guess, kind of sums up what's been going on here lately. And then we get the wedding of Northstar and his lover, Kyle, I believe his name is. Some very good dialogue from pretty much every character interaction I read in here. Very nicely done, and I kind of noticed that this is pretty much pretty much everybody in the X-Men on Wolverine's side, and I kind of find it funny. Now I know for certain that I am a Wolverine supporter, because not every one of them, but the majority of the X-Men books I've been reading consists of Wolverine's side. You know, Scott Summers can go fuck himself. But the thing is, this issue was so good, guess what? I've put Astonishing X-Men back on my pull list. I'm going to give it another try. Marjorie Liu, I hope you stay on this book for a long, long time, because I've got faith that you can do really good things for this series. I have been told by several people that Marjorie Liu helped Astonishing X-Men in the same sense that Christos Gage helped X-Men Legacy. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. This was good. With the holy shit cliffhanger at the end. Very, very nice. I'm not gonna ruin a damn thing for anybody. Just get this book and enjoy it. Very, very nice. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Moving along. Oh god. Avengers Vs XMen Round 6. Okay, first thing I want to say is this was a hell of a lot better than the last issue was, but that's still not saying much. We got Jonathan Hickman on the writing, and we got Capelli on pretty much, I know I probably mispronounced that name. We got somebody different on the artwork. John Romita Jr. is not doing the artwork anymore, and I'm okay with that. The best thing about this book is I love Colossus and Ileana's new looks. Awesome, just freaking awesome. Namor and Emma Frost can go fuck themselves. I don't care. Scott Summers looks like the bastard stepchild of Nightwing and Geordi from Star Trek The Next Generation. It doesn't work for me. I just look at this costume and I just see Nightwing rip off anybody? Oh my god. And we got Magneto welcoming Charles to Utopia, and Eric decides to let Charles go ahead and talk to Nightwing. I mean, Cyclops. God damn. Now, after reading this issue, I can say, without a doubt in my mind, the X-Men are the villains of this story. I knew it. Before this series even started, as soon as I learned that it was going to be mainly Scott's team of X-Men as the opposing side to the Avengers, I just knew Marvel was going to paint the X-Men to be the villains. And that pisses me off. This is... Wow, if you're a Cyclops fan, or if you're supporting Cyclops' side, this is really a bad time to be an X-Men fan. This is the best time to be a Wolverine fan right now. But yeah, the one thing I disliked, one of the other things I disliked, I'm just nitpicking here, is Hope. Hope is supposed to be older than she looks, because I don't like the way they got Hope drawn. Hope's drawn like she's 12 or 11. I'm like, she's older than that. She's a teenager. Why does she look like a 12-year-old? It doesn't work. I mean, Scott, if you thought... It's like, for anybody who's agreeing with my opinion on Scott, if you thought he was a dick before, oh my god. He is a walking dick with the sign douchebag stapled to him now. And my god, this was better than round 5. Yeah, it was better than that, but still, this series is just really not doing that much for me anymore. I'm like, and at the end, spoiler alerts, Scott's declaring no more Avengers. They're going to go using lethal force on the Avengers. Because they gave them the perfect world, and we did all this, and I'm like, oh my god, he's beyond sounding like Magneto now. I mean, god damn. I really don't know what else to say about this. It's just draw your own conclusion and take your own risk when you read it. I don't know. Alright, time for the pick of the week. The pick of the week goes to Venom, number 19. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm nerding out just thinking about this. Oh. Savage 6 Part 2. Just get a look at how awesome that is. Just wow. Just simply wow. So many great things in here. This book was just full of action, full of drama, good storytelling. It is so beautifully well done. Rick Remender does a great job, and Bunn does some great artwork in here. Just fantastic. A lot of holy shit moments in here. Just absolutely perfect. It's a great issue of Venom. I read this issue like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't see a thing wrong with it. I mean, yeah, Flash makes some questionable decisions, but he's running on adrenaline. He's running on spur of the moment, improv thinking, It's like, okay, you're here, what do you do? You're here, what do you do? You're here, what do you do? And it's showed, and it's properly represented in here. Very, very good. Jack-o'-lantern, you son of a bitch. Oh my god, just great stuff. And yeah, my old friend Mark, he was right. Corin TV, Yeah, he was right. Human Fly. You asshole. Just great stuff. This is blowing it. This is just blowing it out of the park. Very nice. Some of the best stuff from Marvel is right here. Venom. This was perfect in my opinion. Great stuff. Alright. We're going to end this with XFactor 238. Yeah, 238. First thing I want to say is I like that cover. It looks retro yet classic, and it looks like modern excuse me, modern retro. Yeah, I just burped during my review. Yeah. Don't really know what to say much about the storytelling. Once again, some great dialogue here. The cover really represents what's going on in here in the story. Everybody's off on their own things, and Banshee is in some really hot water here. And the way the story is being told, you kind of understand why she feels like she's backed into a corner, being questioned about certain things that's going on in here. I'm not going to give that away, but the comedic presence is still in here, very well done, especially the scene, the dialogue between Guido and Madrix. Just funny stuff. Love it. The dialogue and the chemistry is something that Peter David is really, really good at, and I loved it. This is one of those things where this is one of those times I just don't want to really give that much away. Yeah, but everybody's jumbled all over the place. You know, Madrix has got to deal with his stuff with Layla. Banshee's got to deal with what she's being questioned about, and then we got Rain going off to go find her son and everything. It's just wow, just simply good. This is pure X-Factor goodness, and Peter David still knows how to deliver good stories from this series. And once again, he's just got a gift when it comes to cliffhangers, and I just loved it. I'm not going to ruin anything. Still one of the best X-Men related titles on the shelves. He has Spin That Broken Record again. It's just great. Simply great. I loved it. I loved this issue, and I love this series. Peter David, thank you. You're still doing a massively good job. Alright. That's all I got for this week, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Jennifer, I love you, sweetheart. Don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Blugoblin X. Follow me on Twitter and on Tumblr. Please. You will not regret it. Until next time, everybody. I'll see you later.